Hi, I'm Grant from Tella, and in this video I'm going to roast our YC application video from summer 2020. It's been a long time now. I've only watched it like maybe once since we applied. Should give you an idea of what to do and a lot of what not to do.
Hello, my name's Grant.
And I'm Michiel, and we are the founders of Tella.
First thing is the lighting in this is terrible. Michiel is fine, but I look like I'm in God knows where. This is my old apartment. It was winter and it had this big dark blue wall and I had terrible lighting. And so it just looks like I'm in this like dark, mysterious place. My webcam is also not great. So lighting on me is really not good. It's just too mysterious and unclear. It leaves too many questions. Obviously, sure, it's fine, whatever, you can see me, but that could be a lot better.
Tella is a real-time collaborative video editor and player based completely in the browser.
The energy is so low. Like we're applying, to this amazing accelerator. We're building this really cool product. We have this brilliant idea, but like I at least look like I would rather be somewhere else. This is not a good impression. Michiel looks good though. He looks excited and happy.
We started building Tella because we wanted a better way to communicate asynchronous video updates with our teams. Michiel and I both work at a large remote company, and we found that these kinds of video updates are the best way to engage our audience, which is the rest of the organization.
Now, with this part, I think is fine. We explain relatively simply in plain terms what we're building and why we're building it. It's related to a personal problem I faced, and we could sort of see the bigger opportunity and the bigger issue there. But again, like the energy and like I'm kind of looking off camera. I can't remember if I had like a bullet point or a script or something, but like looking at this, I'm looking off camera so often, it really makes it look like I'm trying to read something, which isn't ideal. But I think the message here is fine. It could just come across so much better if I would smile or have a bit more spark.
However, producing videos with the current tools on the market is usually pretty time consuming and has a pretty steep learning curve. Because of this, a lot of things that could be video updates end up being live video conference calls or boring documents.
So the other thing that's tough to get right when you're doing one of these remotely is, if I just jump back to like here, Michiel's obviously trying to stay engaged with what I'm saying, but he has to kind of look off screen. So he's look off camera. He's looking at me on his screen and trying to sort of like, stay engaged. Like this is a natural conversation, but it looks kind of strange that he's looking off screen. Like if you go and look at him, he's looking somewhere else, when it would be much better if he was just like looking down the camera.
Or boring documents and slide decks.
In the last 3 months, we have built an alpha version that we've started testing now with our friends and family.
So again, on paper, this is a good thing. We really didn't have any customers and we only had a handful of users, but we tried to show some sense of progress that we'd started on this within 3 months. We built a version. It's something that people can use. We've got some users using it. So even though the starting point was basically tiny or nothing, we tried to show some sense of progress, even at this basically just an idea MVP stage.
We think that Tella can be the go-to presentation and video tool for remote teams everywhere, and eventually all kinds of teams. And we'd love to start this journey with YC.
The other thing is the sort of like jump to Michiel here. In this version, I think it's relatively smooth.
In the last 3 months, we have built an alpha version.
The timing of that's pretty good, but I do remember us doing a couple of takes to kind of get the timing right. Also, why am I grabbing my nose here? Yeah, This is really embarrassing. Like, I try and pride myself on my presence on camera, but this just shows that it may not come naturally to you, but it is something you can get better at. And so the sooner you think about some of these things and correct some of these things, in this case, if I was like giving feedback on this sort of other team, regardless of what's being said and the lighting and any of this other stuff, the main thing here would be energy. It doesn't need to be that you're like super animated and talking loudly or talking fast or whatever. There just has to be a sense of excitement. It could be quiet excitement. It has to come across in the tone of your voice, and there's got to be some smiles. So I don't know. It was COVID, so it was tough times. Maybe that's the biggest thing that I'm let down by this application.
Start this journey with YC.
Michiel does a good job there. Michiel gives it a smile. That's great. So Michiel's energy really helps here. I guess the conclusion from this as well is the video isn't everything. The video, your application video, kind of like is there to support your application. So YC partners are going to look at the application and think, okay, cool, this looks interesting, and then they're going to see your video and say, okay, these people seem interesting, and so there just has to be enough balance between the two. So even if your video is pretty lame, like this one, it's not the end of the world. But the better the video is, the better your chances are, the better the application, the form application is, the better your chances are. It's all a whole package deal, as well as obviously your idea and your traction and all of that stuff. That's the roast of my own application. Pretty bad, to be honest.